Good morning, Grade 8, and welcome once again to the Mr. Hagen Show. In today's episode, we will have our morning meeting. We will discuss the work you guys did yesterday, and I will explain the work that you guys are doing for me today. First, our theme. Look to the Lord and His strength. Seek His face always. Yesterday, from Psalms, we read from Psalms 120, 121, and 122. I picked the whole chapter of 121. It's a really well-known chapter, and I'm sure as you read it, you recognized some of the verses. But the whole chapter truly spoke to me yesterday. Every day, for the last little while, I have been watching the news in the morning, not something I normally do. And yesterday, as I watched the news, I was first shocked to find out that it wasn't all about coronavirus or COVID-19. I was just beyond shocked and horrified about the shooting in Nova Scotia. A lot of you have been relating your journals from Psalms to the difficult time that we are in because of COVID-19. But this shooting is, to me, just so unimaginable and impossible to explain. And then we read chapter 121 of Psalms. And I admit it was hard for me to truly believe. But we must believe. And we must have faith in a Lord that will keep us from all harm. This is Psalm 121. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and your going, both now and forevermore. Very powerful words, and words that we do need to remember, even in very difficult times, especially in difficult times like these. Today, you will continue to read the next 3 chapters from Psalms. That's chapters 123, 124, and 125. So keep your prayer requests coming. Our world needs prayer. And don't forget to spend time with God today. Yesterday, we continued our work with algebra. That seems to be going pretty good. I'm not sure why my video was sideways. I made it the same way I've made all my other math videos. Oh well. Hopefully today's is better. You completed yesterday, day 13 of Bronze Bow. It's getting pretty exciting, the story is, and we're almost at the end. We have 2 more days yet to complete. And then in history, we continued to study the story Expand, part 4, and you looked at the land dispute in the West, and that's also, to me at least, getting kind of exciting. Today, we will continue working on algebra with sheet 11.4. It's pretty much the exact same thing as yesterday, but now we're going to be doing some subtracting instead of adding. So again, watch the video, do the sheet my way, take the quiz. Today in composition, you are going to begin your devotion. We're actually going to begin the writing process, the rough draft. I want you to use all the work that we've been doing over the last month to really get you started. And some of you, quite a bit of you, have done some excellent work in the other composition assignments I've been giving you. Take a look at those. Those will help you get started. It's a really, really good idea to have your Bible verse or verses picked first. That should be our starting block. The Bible is our foundation, and this is a devotional, so start there. Don't forget that your title and your prayer will be done last, so don't even worry about those right now. Your title and your prayer will be reflective of what you actually say in your devotion. So wait on those. You have this week to complete your first draft. So the due date I put on the assignment is on Saturday. I will hopefully read all of your rough drafts this weekend and hand them back to you next week. Now, just because you're working on a rough draft doesn't mean that it needs to be full of mistakes. You are, all of you, a mature 8th grade writer. So prove it. Correct your own spelling, grammar, punctuation, organization, all of that. That's not what rough draft means. You need to be looking out for that. Don't hand me something in that's just full of mistakes, because I won't even then read your rough draft. I'll just hand it right back to you. The stuff that I will be reading will be the content. How can we make it better? Maybe word choice, organization, move things around, suggestions. Okay? Yes, it has to be perfect in grammar, spelling, composition, or whatever else, but that's up for you. Okay? You do that. All right. In Bible today, you have your test. That's right, online test. I did it through Google Forms, so I think it's 30 questions, multiple choice. Again, take that. Our next unit is going to be a short unit on the work of the disciples after Jesus' resurrection. That's it for now. I hope you have a great day. The question of the day today is actually work-related, sorry. But I want to be using handouts more for some of the work that you do. So my question to you is, what is the easiest way for you to complete handouts without having to print them off? Is it using a Google form? Is it me attaching the handout and you filling in answers on a separate Google Doc? Is there something else that's easier? Let me know, because I'll be using handouts more coming up, and I just want to know what's the easiest way. I'm Mr. Hagen, and I like cookies.